Thing is that you're never too sick to play video games. Everybody knows that. So let's just keep going. Besides, I could always just do this, where editing Desmond comes in and does a voiceover. That way it doesn't sound as awful.
Target spared. I imagine Corvo is also way too tired.
See anything? I must be in a basement.
There's no hospital. I told you that. You think they round people up because there's a cure?
They're city guards. They're supposed to protect people. Ah!
They did. They protect the healthy people from people like us, the sick ones.
I'm not that bad. Some people pull through, right? Don't they?
1 in 1,000. 10,000 probably.
Any chance I'll take. When I get out of there and get better, I'm going to do right this time. A fresh start. This time.
Goodbye, my boy. Strange. You don't look ill. You're not a victim, not a guard. A spirit from the void, maybe. Another wagon comes every few minutes. How many do you think have died? They say 1/3 of the city. I wouldn't have believed it, but I saw the mound of corpses myself. They dropped us in it. I don't blame them. I know why they do it. But I only wanted to die at home.
That's what most of us want, isn't it?
Can't stand this waiting anymore. The plague wagon's running every couple of minutes now. We just need to get on top.
The hell are you looking at?
Even if we get out of here, I'm worried.
Listen to that. Magnus is worried. Apart from dying in the muck in the flooded district, what's to worry about?
I'm saying even if we get out, we're just bringing it back to our families.
I don't have a family, and if I did, I wouldn't care.
No one's keeping me here. I'll infect the whole city. Just get me out.
I heard Blake back in the stairwell talking about a plan. Sounds crazy. All of us here are too weak to do it.
If I hear that thing power down, I'm going.
I used to work the river.
Bet the family
Eels Bend,
here is right behind.
flooded district, the Whale's Tooth. I know the land out here, believe it. Only way out is past the Arc Pylon. I know you. I heard you've been all over town scaring the piss out of the higher-ups. You got quite a name. Too bad you're stuck down here with the rest of us. Listen, I've got friends coming to break me out of here in a couple of days. But we first need to take that Arc Pylon down. You'll find it in the courtyard just behind these buildings. You may want to take the stairs up, though. It'll give you a good vantage point. Pull the oil tank out and the pylon powers down. Don't take too long deciding. When they get the floodlights on, the tall boys are coming in to clear this place out.
I'll take care of it.
If you want my advice, head up these stairs. You'll get a bird's eye view of the problem. Might even see a solution.
3 days now. 3 days and all I feel is hungry. What does that say to you?
I don't know. Keep your distance, scum.
There's a man here.
Excuse me.
Well, I can't go up those
Who are you
stairs.
hiding from in that mask?
I need more men.
Blake, go. Now.
I ain't seen nothing braver. And I worked the river for 15 years. Thanks for shutting that thing off. Stay quiet, and I'll get these people moving. Where's everybody going?
Just keep moving. This is it.
We're all going to get killed.
Not while I'm here.
Alright, listen up, ladies and gents. Now, like I said before, it may be another day before my old buddies can get here, but they got a boat big enough for the lot of us. So just sit tight. One thing you learn from being a smuggler, half of any job's waiting.
Oh, good. I can just shoot the doors open in this one, too. I don't know where the Temin key is, so... I shoot it. So then why did Blake tell me, oh, you want to go upstairs, buddy? What was this supposed to do? What was I supposed to accomplish? Mace Brimsley's journal. When the dead counter came, I was certain that if they discovered the illness in my wife, then I would be taken as well. I commanded her to feign death, and I did the same in the hope that the inspectors would either be too lazy or too stupid to care. True to my suspicion, we were loaded onto the plague wagon without them even bothering to check us for a pulse. The dead counter seemed only concerned in the value of our estate. I cannot be certain if it was our luck or cruel fate that I should survive the drop from the plague wagon. I suspect it might be a curse, for my darling wife not only survived unscathed as well, but the experience nor the plague have done a thing to halt her nagging mouth. Soon we discovered that we were not the only survivors, and in fact, a small band huddles close to the Red Shore gate, begging for any chance of freedom. Certainly by now I should be feeling the effects of the sickness within my chest and throat, but aside from dehydration and the pains of an empty stomach, I feel nothing.
What the heck is his wife nagging for? If it weren't for him, they would both be dead, or worse. Pay attention to the person you're dating, otherwise you're going to end up marrying somebody you don't want to be with. Somebody like that.
You can wait with us, or fight your way through if that's what you want. From the looks of you, you might just make it.
We have been supplying the city of Dunwall with top-of-the-shelf hardware for over a century. Believe us when we say that we know what we're doing. Old Port District outskirts. We're almost there.
Wish I had a last swig of whiskey. You're the masked guy's been taking down all the lords and ladies. No way through this gate unless you got the sewer key. Only one place to get that key, and I wouldn't go there. Not for all the gold in Dunwall Tower. Not again. Maybe you could pull it off, though. Something attacked us in the distillery. It used the rats. I know it sounds crazy. And then it run back under the streets. So we come down here to kill it, Slackjaw leading the way. Went bad. I barely crawled out. Don't know what happened to Slackjaw. He had the sewer key, though.
I will save him. The river crusts are hiding their weak point right now, so I can't attack it. There you go. Who said that?
I'm going to boil off the nasty fat and sinew, and carve a pretty song on your bones.
Someone kill this crazy!
Look around. There's a cameo of a young girl. It's her. Destroy it with the furnace. Says in one of her books it's the only way to get rid of her forever.
That's the best you can do, dearie. Well, it's not enough. I control the clouds. They come and go at my command. You think you're going to save him? He's not worth it. Now Granny is going to kill you just like all the others. What's wrong? Can't you find me?
I'm sure I'll be able to find you now.
It's too late for him, and it's too late for you. You will die, and I'll carve spells into your roots.
I know I shot her at first, but I didn't want blood on my hands at the last minute, so.
You alright?
Wanna know something funny? When we were kids, we were all scared of Granny Rags. Thought she was a terrible witch. Then we grew up and figured she was just a sad old lady. We were right the first time. Now ain't that funny?
A little bit.
You. This won't even the score, but it's all I got left. Luck to you, Corvo.
Thanks.
Good luck to you as well, Slackjaw. I know what those purple lights mean.
You find your way into such interesting places, Corvo. At the eye of the storm, raging between Granny Rags and this man who has lived his whole life with a cleaver in one hand and a bottle in the other. Crawling out of those flooded ruins, winding your way back to the pub where you last saw Emily. Where is she now? How does it feel now, knowing your allies betrayed you?
I don't feel very
Strange how
happy.
There's always a little more innocence left to lose. And Dowd, the man who killed the Empress. You had him in the palm of your hand, and you let him walk away? You fascinate me.
Makes me wonder, if the outsider were in my position, what would he have done?
Where'd that guy go?
Maybe he went the way I went towards Granny Rags and caught up with Slackjaw. Hopefully that's the case. I would hate to find out that he suffered a terrible fate.
I told her to keep the children inside. I told her.
Now, who are all these characters held up in a sewer?
Probably survivors trying to avoid the city watch.
Three hostiles killed, apparently, and one civilian. I don't remember killing a civilian at all, but we still got low chaos, so I suppose I'm satisfied.
Oh, Cecilia. You okay?
Please, no! Oh, it's you, Corvo. Thank the stars. We all thought you'd been killed, except for Samuel. He seemed sure you'd survived. I saw him on the river shortly before the killing began. He was smart enough not to come ashore, but I'll bet he's still out there. Looking for you is my guess. At first, Pendleton said it was time for our bonus. Havelock stood behind them, and at the signal, he shot them each in the back of the head. Just like the target drills he used to. Lydia barely had time to scream. I would be dead too. Except Wallace told me I wouldn't be getting anything. Pendleton kept apologizing, saying that no one could ever know about the things they'd done. Martin was drinking and seemed sad. The Admiral was about to shoot Callista. Then he mumbled something about owing her uncle, Captain Kurnow, a debt. They said it was time for Sokolov, and went off to his cage. I don't know what happened after that. Emily was there when the killing started. Poor child. I hope she hid her eyes. The Admiral said that Martin was right. I guess they talked about it. And they started to worry they'd get executed for all that they'd done, going after the Lord Regent and his allies. I suppose it's why they've poisoned you too. I thought Lydia would squeal on me at the end. She just told Havelock to screw himself. And died. Lydia's the only one who ever showed me any kindness.
Nobody else showed you kindness? Nobody else at all? What about me?
I don't think the Admiral actually knew I existed. I can hide here for as long as it takes. Seems that no one is safe when a man is that close to a prize like the throne.
You know what sounds like a good idea right now, past Desmond, is saving your game.
Relax. One of the officers said he was dead. Poisoned, thrown in the river. If you ask me, he's long gone. Threw the mask in the river, left out.
That's what a rational person would do. Not this guy. You have to understand the criminal push.
As expected, Emily's not even here. Remember before when I mentioned a special drawing I was working on for you? This is it. I don't know where you went, but I hope when you get back you see this and like it. I'd like to take it to Dunwall Tower with us. Everyone's acting strange tonight. Samuel was whispering to Callista about a flare launcher that she was supposed to use to call him. He told her to lock the door to my old tower. I heard the Admiral tell the others that we were leaving tonight for a place called the Lighthouse on King Sparrow Island. I hope you get back before then. Oh, I got a trophy. The Escapist. I don't think I've gotten that before. Havelock's orders to the guard. Captain Manning, We've tracked the conspiracy to the Hound Pits pub. Searched the premises for the natural philosophers Piero Joplin and Anton Sokolov. Do what you must to secure all materials related to the enhanced arc pylon they have been constructing. Question them thoroughly, and once you're certain you have everything they know of the pylon, execute them both. Bring the pylon to me, along with his papers and recordings. They may be two of the greatest minds of our age, but they're also traitors who conspired with Corvo to bring down this empire. I'm keeping Empress Emily Colwyn with me at the Lighthouse King on King Sparrow Island until we're certain that Corvo and his fellow conspirators have been properly dealt with.
Okay, someone get over here!
Refreshing to converse with someone on my own.
Couldn't agree more. Your expulsion from the Academy was a crime against natural philosophy itself.
I knew.
Corvo, good to see that you still breathe. This would not be the same if you were not with us. I've completed Piero's work on an arc pylon, but only just.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious, or they can be reduced to ashes. I've attuned it so that we will be safe from the functions of the device. It will only trigger in the presence of our enemies. This arc pylon is more powerful than the older design. It will function at a greater range, striking down our foes while ignoring us. I need my final sequence, which is recorded in the blueprint for this device. Havelock was inspecting it before the killing started. Return the blueprint to me. It was in his bedroom before he left. Hopefully, it's still there.
Well, I knew it was too good to be true. Seems the conspiracy tried to use old Piero for their own gain.
This thing...
Piero, can you stop talking, please? Interrupting his own audiograph. The nerve.
Someone there? Assassin, help! Watch it!
There.
Well, I knew it was too good to be true. Seems the conspiracy tried to use old Piero for their own gain and then discard him. But they have erred and delivered to me an ally almost as brilliant as myself. Old Sokolov and I will hold up here until we can blast the ruffians outside and make for the Academy.
Did we get all that?
Astonishing! The arc pylon is complete. Now to activate it.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious, or they can be reduced to ashes.
What is your opinion, Corvo? As you wish, Corvo. We will be far away before any of them regain their senses. All is ready, Corvo. All that remains is plugging in a whale oil tank to power it. Will you do the honors? Amazing. Simply amazing. It functioned beyond my greatest expectations. It defies description. A device like this will ensure Dunwall's security for a century.
I'm gonna see if Callista's okay.
Corvo, I can't believe you're alive. They killed everyone, Corvo. They killed everyone to cover it all up. Then they took Emily with them and they left. I couldn't do anything to protect her. Please find her. Make her safe.
Callista, fret not. I believe there's still hope for Emily and Dunwall. I don't believe Corvo's gone. I'll be searching the river for him. But if you catch wind of him, shoot a flare using the launcher I placed in Emily's tower. and I'll make my way back as soon as possible. Keep this tower locked and take care of yourself. Emily is going to need you when this is over.
All his talk of being an honorable military man, but Havelock will use Emily like a puppet to his own advantage. Something changed in the Admiral as soon as the Lord Regent died. It had been building up. Martin was acting strange, going quiet if any of us were near, whispering late into the night with Havelock and Pendleton while you were out doing the real work. I think they realized they were one step away from holding the same position the Lord Regent had, and worried they'd be held accountable for what they did here, as the Loyalists. They would have killed me too, but Havelock spared me. Out of respect for my uncle, I believe. Please, talk to Samuel and the others. Someone must know where they're going. Find Emily. She's suffered through so much, and she's got no one else on her side except you. Samuel is here in case you return. You can use it to call him. He said he'd come quickly. Hopefully there's a place he can dock where the Watch won't see him. Now that you've eliminated the City Watch, I can find my way out of here. But there's no way I can help Emily the way you can. I saw Samuel on the river earlier. I'm sure he'll take you where you need to go. One last trip, I expect. I had one job. Take care of Emily. I tried as best I could.
I believe you.
Go after Emily. I'll be fine. I really can't believe they did this, but if they were willing to kill to get what they wanted, I guess they'd be willing to do anything. Havelock is a power-hungry bastard. I can't stand the thought of her in his dirty hands. He knew you wouldn't let him use her. I guess the Admiral had a change of heart. And maybe Martin helped him along. Pendleton just went with them. That coward.
Thought I'd find you here. It never pays to bet against you, does it? I saw the signal. I knew you'd be back, Corvo. I knew it. We'll need to get out of here soon. The Admiral controls the military now, Martin's High Overseer, and Pendleton's in favor with the aristocracy and Parliament. They need Emily, of course. But if Havelock senses that it's all about to fall down around him, who knows what he's liable to do.
Let's go then.
Good. Then it's one more trip across the river to where it meets the sea. That's where the Lord Regent was building his new lighthouse. Ought to be something to see.
I did kill some people. 4 of them, apparently. But my overall chaos is low. So let's just keep going. It's fine. I don't care.
This is it, sir. I suspect Havelock Martin and Lord Pendleton landed there a while ago and went into the lighthouse. Knowing them, they're not giving up without a fight. I remember hearing the Admiral and Martin talking about this place as where they'd hold up if they had to. Anybody going in has to breach the fort, the gatehouse, and there's only one way to the top. All I can say is that it's been a pleasure serving with you. Maybe after all this is settled, we'll see each other again.
I hope so. You're a good man, Sam.
Good luck, Corvo. If anyone deserves it, you do. Give my best to Emily. After she's on the throne, she won't have time for an old man like me.
Sam.
I knew you were sharp, Corvo. But somehow you managed to get through all this mess without losing sight of what really matters. For that, I respect you. The city's gonna pull itself up, I believe. Too many good people here to let it all turn to ashes. I'd best be going. The battlefield's no place for an old sailor like me. That time is long past. Good luck, my friend.
And that's what this non-lethal run is all about. Scenes like that. There's the harbor side entrance, or the beach side entrance. I'm not sure which one I've always taken. think I might have actually done that one. So we might as well give the harbor a chance. So I did go back and changed a few things, because I didn't feel good about killing the few people that I did. But that was it. Yeah, rats. See, this guy knows what he's talking about. Look, there's rats right here. Well, what makes you think it was anything else? Uh-oh.
Give yourself up. Come.
Oh, that's weird. It looks like your music box isn't really working. What a shame. Will you? Will you actually find me? Because I don't think you will. Never mind, he found me. Okay, all is well. I guess this is why I always chose the beach side entrance. Is because I couldn't find the tank of whale oil for this wall of light. Right, so this is what we use.
In reality, it was always the harbor side entrance that I used, not the beach side.
Is this what it meant by harbor side entrance? Oh, okay, it's over here. That makes sense. So now we just head back out, and now we pass through what would have been a wall of light had we not messed with that.
Right. Even though it would have been nice to actually use the beachside entrance for once, considering I just said, like, 10 seconds ago that I never used it.
Speed of darkness. As a trophy I just earned.
Did I earn the trophy because I need to slide a certain amount of times?
Don't eat him. He's not food. You're a choffer.
Stupid goddamn cupboard somehow. Oh, God.
And there's an arc pylon. Yay! Gotcha.
Turn off the wall of light by the dock. Is that a good idea? Couldn't tell you. The whole place is turning into a madhouse, if you ask me.
He didn't.
Here we go. I'm saving my last sleep dart for a special someone.
Such a clever. Talents wasted until he found his thing. Callista emerged. Bitter PM, ejected from the academy. Samuel, a useless old man, hungry for purpose. Couldn't be with us tonight.
This is all Martin's fault.
We hadn't helped Corvo get out of prison. Corvo hadn't been so damn good at his job. We hadn't gotten greedy, afraid. Always too sure that was my problem. Never hesitated. Too sure of what I wanted. Too sure of what I wanted to do when other men stopped to consider. Saw it as a weakness. I know Corvo's coming for me just like he came for the others. Crossing the island below like it was nothing. It's only a question of how and when. I'm lacking a counter move. It's all fallen apart. All the steps that led us here made sense. When I was young, I went to sea, took command of a ship, and made aimless men into sailors. Made a collection of boats into a navy. Then founded a conspiracy and almost led an empire. No compromise. Never showed mercy. Never showed weakness. I showed the world what mattered. Will and vision. And not being afraid of getting dirty. And now, I'll lose it all to a man with a faster sword hand. Or is it that he has a slower sword hand? There's something wrong with the world. It'll make a good story for the history. I'll have a good epitaph. In his time, he commanded a noble lord, a high overseer, and an empress. A man who brought down a titan, Admiral Haviland, son of the high ocean.
Yeah, just drink your wine. How did this guy get so diluted so fast? Tell me something, Hart. Yeah, there was that thing. Said it before. I guess that's it then. He just killed them. Because I guess they didn't serve any more purpose. Had to think it was there from the beginning. The heart told me he had bloodlust. He was always a sick bastard. Yes, I will take that, thank you. Anything else need to be done? Anything else I can get? I don't think that's gonna help.
Who's there?
Me.
Corvo! I knew you'd come. Is it going to be okay now? Will I be Empress?
Yes, my dear. I killed someone? Who? No. No. That wasn't me. The end. Oh. Took a long time for me to get here.
So ends the interregnum. And now Emily Caldwin the First will take her mother's throne after a season of turmoil. You will stand at her side, Corvo, guiding her young mind and protecting her from those who seek to exploit her or cause her harm. You watched and listened when other men would have shouted in rage. You held back instead of striking. So it is, with the passing of the plague and Emily's ascension, comes a golden age, brought about by your hand.
They cured the Weepers. Good. That's why I spared them. Hey, there's Sam!
Decades hence, when your hair turns white and you pass from this world, Empress Emily, Emily the Wise, at the height of her power, will lay your body down within her mother's great tomb, because you are more to her than royal protector. Farewell, Corvo.
For all of the big and the small, well, the taller they stand, well, the harder they fall. We live for today, but we die for the next. With blood in our veins, in the air, and our chest, or we step into war with our hearts on the line.
I think it still holds up.
Free or
But it's not just this mindless stealth combat game. It has layers. It was really a joy to go back into this and actually read all of the notes and books that they put there. I mean, obviously they put the books there for a reason, so that you could read them if you want to, right? You don't have to, it's not required, but, you know, if you feel curious. And I was. I wanted to see what this type of universe has to say, what kind of things they would write. Apparently they like porn, so good for them, I think. Something I always thought is that, aesthetically speaking, it's like a blend of colonial America and Victorian England. And I always liked the mixture of different generations.
A mixture of different
like
styles.
It's not just this one thing. As much as I love Bloodborne, it's just Victorian England, right? So, and with Dark Souls, it's just medieval Europe. There's the Hounds, of which I feel so bad for. Carrie Fisher was in this. I forgot about that. A street speaker is what she is. And the outsider in this game is voiced by Billy Lush, and I think he does a great job. It's nice that they got some people I really recognize. At first I was really excited when I saw this was on the Play Store because I thought it was going to be like a bit of a remaster. You know, they would fix up the graphics a little bit, maybe change the lighting. But they didn't. It was just a pure port to the PS4, which is still good, but, you know, the graphics could be a little bit better. That's my one critique, is that they do not hold up very well. Stylized, so it's not like Skyrim's problem. It's not like everybody has potato face. All of the NPCs and major players, they all have very distinct faces, to the point where they don't look that ugly. I think Cecilia was the most attractive, but, you know, you can debate that amongst yourselves. And normally I like to do things third person, but I'm glad I made an exception for this game. My friend is actually the one who recommended that I play this. It is in first person, but you'll like it, I promise. It's a stealth game. Well, thank you for recommending it. I think my life is definitely much better with it, with me knowing about it. And thankfully, that's not all there is, because of course, they made Dishonored 2, which is legitimately one of my favorite games. We're going to play that next. I guess they ended this game the way that they did because they didn't think they'd get a sequel. But then they did get a sequel, so it was a huge success. Might as well make another one. Although they did make some DLC. I'm gonna try that out again first, see if I like it this time. I tried to play Brigamore Witches one point, and I just couldn't get into it. I imagine Corvo in this game is a man of few words, which is the type of main character I really like. They only ever speak when it's important. Otherwise, they just keep their mouth shut. Let their face do the talking instead, right? Somebody says something they don't like, they give a scowl. Anytime Emily is acting cute, Corvo just gives her a warm smile. And his eyes light up. That's some good shit. Thing is that I did not recognize Carrie Fisher at all. In fact, to be fair, I don't think she ever spoke in my playthrough. If she did, would I have recognized her voice? It says that she voices the alternate street speaker. Does that mean it's her voice if it's, say, High Chaos? Then a woman comes on and tells us the news? I would much rather hear Carrie Fisher speaking the news if I'm playing in low chaos, to be honest. Take that as my other critique. Let Carrie Fisher speak, no matter which chaos it is. I do wonder if it would be a bad ending if I just killed all of my targets. You know, like Overseer Campbell, Admiral Havelock, and the like. If I just killed those people, let everybody else get the sleep dart or the chokehold, then would it still be high chaos, or does the importance of that character add to the overall chaos level? Like one guard equals one chaos level if you kill him, but then the main target is equal to, say, 5, maybe even 10? I don't know. And that's one more critique that I'd like to point out is I can't exactly check what my chaos level is. At the end of a mission, it will tell me that it is low or high, but there's not like a meter on the HUD that tells you how good you're doing. Let's say you did have a meter in your menu, and at first it's just completely empty or something, but the more people you kill, then the more it fills up. And the more it fills up, the redder it gets, representing all the blood on your hands. That would be a cool visual. Maybe that would just be too hokey, I guess. Would that make it too easy or something? For the people who are trying to get, say, a middle-of-the-road chaos, and the developers just didn't want to give it away? Now, if you want to get the mid-chaos ending, you gotta figure it out for yourself. This is, play the game, take notes. Okay, so that's how many people I can kill, and then I gotta stop it. I mean, I guess that could be fun. But I guess for someone like me, it would just be exhausting. I'm just sitting at my desk taking notes for every playthrough I've done, and this is how many enemies I've killed, this is how many I put to sleep. This is boring. I don't want to do that anymore. Then I just give up. It's okay, this isn't real life, I can quit. And there it is. Title screen. There's Dunwall City Trials, the Knife of Dunwall, and the Brigmore Witches. Thumbs up. I think everybody should play this game at least once.
And if you don't like it afterwards, well then... you're the weird one.
Another thing I wanted to add is that despite it being hinted at beforehand, Havelock's betrayal just comes across as something they added in last minute. Hints here and there, but nothing that really screams out and makes me think, oh, this is foreshadowing to Havelock taking over. No, there's none of that. I didn't see anything that would indicate he would take over and betray everybody. I don't know, maybe I'm the weird one.